What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Real quick, I was in a couple Toyota groups and they were asking about the throwout bearing fit, and someone had asked about emery clothing the end of the input shaft on the transmission, and that's not a good idea. I mean, you shouldn't have to, especially on the transmission. So real quick, I'm doing the 2J swap, but the principle is still the same. So this is the motor that I got right here. So I bought it as basically a running motor, and but once I got it home and inspected it and stuff, the head gasket was blown on it or something. It has oil in the coolant passages, so I'm gonna have to pull it all the way apart and see what happens, and hopefully there's no cylinder wall damage or anything. But real quick, throw out our pilot bearing for the so in the crank, this is the fit you should have. I haven't taken it all the way apart. I mean, it barely will go in there, and so basically what it is like a slight press fit into the end of the crank, because you don't want the outside of the bearing or the race spinning inside of the crank. It'll tear the crank up. And then on your input shaft, you don't want a super tight fit, but just enough of a friction fit for it to go in there and the bearing to spin, and not the input shaft. Because you have to think about it when you're trying to take the transmission on and off, on the back side of the motor. You don't want this super tight, because you can't press fit your transmission onto the back of the motor. It don't work. So there you go. A little bit of friction. Once it's all the way on there, your race doesn't spin, outer part of the bearing spins. If you go to take it off, there is resistance there. It doesn't come off unless you actually pull on it. There it goes flying away. Now I got to clean my bearing. But that's it. So thank you. Keep that in mind. Don't mess up your transmission. Have a good day.